Big Z Reviews. The Boys is an 8-episode TV series on Amazon Prime that is based on the comic books written by Garth Ennis, and it's basically like a teardown of, the superhero movies and comics, and kind of mixed in with all of the, culture we have today with, internet and celebrity and Me Too and stuff too. There's a lot. It's very in touch with today's world, along with the huge superhero genre, and it is a great show. I really enjoyed it.
I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop.
My deepest condolences to Robin's family. She just stepped in the middle of the street. I couldn't.
She was a half step off the fucking curb.
Now, come on, Huey. Just don't get upset.
So there is a pretty huge cast of really good actors and characters. But, the main kind of two are Carl Urban and Jack Quaid. And Carl Urban, he is the leader of this little group that's trying to figure out a way to take down these superheroes and the company that kind of runs them. And your intro into the world is Jack Quaid, and he is just like a salesman at an electronics store that is kind of like a weakling. He's a superhero fan, and he is dating this girl, and they're standing and holding hands, and the superhero called A-Train, which is this world's version of the Flash, runs through her, pretty much jellifying her and splattering him, so he's just holding her arms. And, that's kind of your introduction to what this world is. And, that this guy he wants to get, vengeance on the superhero too, and that this Carl Urban, he's going to use him to try to, get into this secret world of the superheroes and get back at him and try to, bring him to justice or just kill him. And, it's a really fun show, really well crafted. The production value is really high. And I really liked a lot of what they did. I say that this is more based on the DC world. Except, the main, the biggest hero in this is Homelander. And he's played by Anthony Starr. And he is he's Superman, but also mixed with more of the iconography of Captain America. So, but he's evil, he's a sociopath. And, there are so many really good scenes of him. He is excellent. I love the concept of this guy that, you almost, you even watch it, you almost feel, creeped out by him and scared. You don't know what he's going to do. It's him with Superman's powers, and he's not evil, but he just doesn't actually care about anything. So, he could just, kill the people and not care. Or he could destroy the world if he wants to, but he doesn't want to. It's really an interesting concept, and it's really well portrayed. And it's one of my favorite scenes, showing what he is. There's the scene on the plane that is just kind of heartbreaking and also so powerful, and it's crazy. I really loved it. So the main superhero team is the Seven, and that's their Justice League. And they also, they have a version of Wonder Woman. They have a version of Aquaman. And the Aquaman, he's probably the funniest of the superheroes, because he's a horrible person, but he goes around, he's going on a bender kind of. He can talk to fish, so he's going around this world, and he wants to try to save some sea life, and then every time he tries, he fails horribly, and it's really funny. It's kind of I would have loved even more of that running joke. It's funny, and it's also too he is one involved with kind of a Me Too moment. So I like that he is kind of the butt of the joke for most of the show. And I mean, they kind of have a Batman one, but he's not featured that much in the show. And I mean, I think the Green Lantern sort of one, I think, is one that is retired before the beginning of the show, and the one that is comes up with that is she's almost. I'm not sure of that who she may be in for the DC. There's a couple of people you could say she's kind of like. To me, she almost reminds me a little bit of like Captain Marvel from the Marvel series. But there may be a DC one that's kind of focused on too. But she is kind of, again, your introduction character into the world of the superheroes. And she's played by Erin Moriarty. And I really liked the character. Like, she is cool. She doesn't know what she's doing. She was raised her whole life to be, a superhero and join the Seven. When she gets there, it's not like she expects. Because I like, the world is just, it's a very interesting take on superheroes, where this company that's kind of in charge of them, they also make movies. Like, they have a cinematic universe, and but then they also do like fight crimes. But a lot of times it's more like they have people in the chairs, trying to do analytics and spying and trying to find out where the crime's going to be, so that they can send the superheroes there and then they can film what they're doing. And it's really it's a very interesting take. And I will say though that the first half of the season, 4 episodes, is so tight and so perfect. But I think like towards the second half of the season, like there were some slowdowns, but they have to explain you have to explain the backstory of Karl Urban's character and why he hates Homelander, and you have to do some other stuff to set things up or show things to show what's the backstory, where the heroes come from, what's up with Homelander. You have to, a lot of exposition. And it's not as tight, but it's still incredibly good. And the only thing I can say is kind of sucks is that it's only 8 episodes, because, I mean, it does wrap some things up, but at the same time, it kind of ends on a cliffhanger. So there's you want to see more, but at the same time, I think I didn't want, if it was too much longer, I think they probably would have been more filler episodes. So this wasn't too much filler. So it was just 8 great hours of TV. And I mean, it is an excellent show that, I mean, if you don't have Amazon Prime, you're missing out on this show. I don't know if you find someone else to watch it, or because I mean, it's worth checking out. It is a really excellent show. Especially if you're a fan of the superhero genre and a lot of the things it's playing off of. It really worked, and I really loved it. I mean, I probably give it 9.75 out of 10. But thanks for watching. If you have the video place on my head and subscribe to me at Z over there. Thanks. This has been a Big Z TV show review. Thanks for watching.